What's up, everyone, and welcome to the As Seen on TV podcast for Big Brother Season 16, Episode 7, for July 9th, 2014. I'm your host, Dom. With me, I have Luke.
Welcome to Big Brother.
And Erika.
Oh.
How's it going?
You
Very
switched
well.
our frames again.
I didn't do it!
It's alright.
Skype likes to... can I move you guys around on Skype? No.
Probably not.
No. I can't control that.
It's probably whoever you call first gets into that corner, and then
I just
call
hit the-
second gets...
I hit the call group button. It just called
Oh.
both of you. So.
Alright.
So, Drama Fest. What did you guys think tonight?
Major Drama Fest and major hashtag Hurricane Big Brother. After starting out in between we started off with a light thunderstorm I like to call Devin and Caleb over stuff like basically that's been happening, and Devin is making himself, though he's safe for the week, he's making himself a big target for next week when it comes to, what he's doing around the house. He's moving circles around the house, and Caleb is getting fed up with it.
Yeah.
Yeah, Devin is like shocked that people are going against him, but then later on he's like, "Yeah, I'm not surprised." I'm like,
Yeah,
He's
he's like...
surprised, but now people are pushing the wrong buttons on him, and now they're making themselves pay.
I think he's
Zach-
bipolar.
I think he's bipolar too. Zach pushed the wrong buttons, and look where it landed him. On the chopping block, Devin, out of surprisingly, had a heart-to-heart with Brittany, who is also a parent just like him, and used the veto to save her and replaced her with Zach. So, you know something? Frankie told him, you know what? Why are you telling the truth? Part of the game is to lie to save yourself. And he's like, Zach is like losing his mind. I like the kid, but he's losing his mind.
Yeah.
I don't know. They're... From what I've been hearing, they're pretty much... For like the last week or two, they've been pretty much aligned to everybody get out Devin as soon as they have the opportunity.
Well, yeah, but they're not going to have that opportunity until after tomorrow. Whoever is crowned the two HOHs, Devin is obviously going to go up as a nominee. But then there's something more we have to worry about. He may be safe because of the Battle of the Block competition.
They had mentioned that they might just backdoor him after the veto. So,
well, that's
who
always
knows?
a plus. But he kind of spoiled it for Zach, because right before the veto competition, he pulled Zach aside and said, if I win the power of veto, I'm taking Brittany off and I'm replacing you as a nominee. Consider that a fair warning. He basically gave him fair warning right before the competition.
Yeah, the Power of Veto competition we had this week was kind of like a brain kind of thing. A little brain puzzle, which was the balancing thing, which we've seen many seasons now.
We've seen that last year, too, for past Big Brother house guest Brittany Haynes from Big Brother 12 and Big Brother 14. She had the baby last year, and last year it was like a baby mobile type thing.
Yeah, I remember they were all dressed in diapers and stuff.
And that was when, I believe, what was his name? Oh my god. What was his name? Jeremy. Jeremy won the veto.
Yeah. I just think they need to come up with some new competitions, in my opinion. I'm getting a little sick of the recycled competitions. I understand there's only so much you could do, and there's only so many ways you could change them to make them seem fresh and original, but that's their job, is to come up with new stuff. This is something that they should be working on all year long, instead of just rehashing. Maybe rehash something from like forever ago that you haven't seen, but not something that you just saw like a season ago.
I think that could be the same. It would be nice if they brought back something at least from the very first two seasons. Like, it would be nice to kind of go back and replace the slop with just PB&J.
I remember like the very first competition that they ever had on the US Big Brother was they had their hands on a truck, and
Yes.
like they couldn't take their hands off of it. Like, do something like that.
That would be good to see. I would like to see something like that. And it would be nice to, you know what, if they could expand the live show like they did back in the first 2 seasons, because if you remember, if you've looked on the look back episodes, and I think Dom and you, Erica, I think you would remember this if you watched reruns or have seen the earlier seasons. Julie Chen's dialogue would be, "Hi, so and so, please cast your vote at this time to evict," and they would say, "I vote to evict so-and-so," and Julie would say, "Okay, please give your reason why you are voting to evict that person, and then please go back to the living room and do not reveal your vote."
Yeah.
Do you remember that?
Yeah, they still do that in other countries too.
They
But
do,
here
but
it's
I don't
just
know why they did that in our country, though. Why they just
here they just cut it down for time.
Well, yeah,
They,
but
they wanted to start putting head of household competitions in afterwards.
well, yeah, but like I'm saying, I mean, that's my opinion. I think it would be good for them to expand the live show. Like, back in the earlier seasons, even then, they didn't have a certain amount of time to say their goodbyes and walk out the front door. Julie Chen didn't limit them a time. They took their time, basically.
Yeah.
Yeah, but now it's more like a rush, just to get through because it's a live show, and then the next show has to come on.
Yeah, they're trying to cram more stuff in and everything too, but
I guess
I don't know. I like the live show format more. But what were you guys? What would you guys think about Devin breaking his promise to Paula?
I think that wasn't surprising because on Big Brother you have to expect a lot of backstabbing, and you can't trust anybody really in this game but yourself. You have to watch your back in that house. Like Brittany said, in this house you can never feel safe.
Yeah, with it being him, I didn't really bother me. It was like, oh, it's just one more thing Devin's doing wrong.
But he's so big on people's trust. Like, he wants their trust, but then he can break it, and it's not okay for him to do it.
But it's like he can get away with it. It's not fair that he can get away with it and they can't. I mean,
right? He's a
it's
hypocrite.
Like all him. He's all into himself. He only thinks it's only me. I want to be here till the end. I want to be here. Me, me, me. I'm sick of this whole me thing.
And then after all that, he flops his vote and he takes Brittany off the block.
What I like to go on, you know what? I'm studying psychology in graduate school currently. I would like to analyze him personally because he doesn't have one unique thought in his big jock muscle brain. You know what? I think it's the tattoos that are forming over his mind. That's what I think. He's hiding behind those tattoos and behind those muscles. It's all suspense. He's the puppet master, the BB puppet master.
The BB puppet. He said he's pulling all the strings.
But you know something? I like to see him pick on somebody his own size because he is the main prognostic of this house. Wait a minute, what's the word I'm looking for? There's the I'm sorry,
antagonist?
He's the protagonist this season.
Yeah.
Well, that's the good guy.
Last year it was Amanda, this year it's Devin.
You're thinking antagonist.
Devin's not the good guy. He's running the whole... No, but...
So I'm saying the protagonist is the good guy.
He's running the whole house like McCran.
Yeah.
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 If Devin gets kicked out of the house, who do you think is going to be
the strongest player in this game?
If Devin gets kicked out of the house, who do you think is going to be the new faction leader?
Probably Cody. That's what it seems like.
I'm gonna guess between. No. I'm gonna guess between Cody and Caleb. Caleb has the strong power as well.
Yeah, like I'd love to see Frankie do it, but Frankie is playing such a low key game that
he is.
It's actually ingenious.
Sometimes playing a low game. Yeah, but you know something? Frankie is a genius. I give the kid a lot of credit, despite the fact that he's way not my type and way out of my league. I think he's playing the game very strategically and not emotionally. He's not letting his emotions get in the way of his gameplay, and I give him a lot of credit for that.
Yeah.
He's playing the game, he's keeping himself safe, and he's just been nominated to be part of Team America along with Derek and Donnie. And you know what? I kind of like the way the votes turned out. I like to see them, run the house and to form, and to do all these tasks. I like to see it.
Yeah.
Well, Frankie's a YouTuber. You're on YouTube now. Y'all got something in common.
Well, true, but with the help of you guys, I'm becoming sort of a YouTube personality. I don't want to single you two out because you both are YouTube personalities. After all, Dom is the patriarch of this.
I'm the mascot.
Yep, and you're the master.
I'm
You're the big brother.
I'm the Super Mario of this podcast.
I like to really see them. I really like to see them add a little bit of a Nintendo type of theme to one of the competitions. I think that would be really, really cool. Like to one of the HOH competitions, or to one of the Battle of the Block competitions, or one of the HOH competitions.
Yeah.
I may have repeated myself, but my brain is fried tonight.
So, let me start with Erika. What do you think about the two new members of Team America?
I think it was a good pick. I like it's pretty much who I'd been voting for also. It's like there was like those three was the ones I'd picked.
Yeah.
Random Skype noises.
Random Skype noises. Luke, what do you think about them?
I like all three team players that have been picked. I like Donnie because he's low-key. I like Frankie because I think he's going to bring a little bit of entertainment into this alliance, and I think he's going to be the brains. And I think Derek is going to be more of the strong one because he's the police sergeant.
Yeah, I would have liked to see Cody in there instead of Derek.
I think that would have been too. You know what? They're both pretty strong, but I'm happy with the way the results turned out to be. I think they're going to be great at doing these, missions. And, something, just as long as we keep the votes high with Team America, I think we have a good shot at seeing what we can get throughout this game.
Yeah. So what do you guys think about Zach being on the block?
I don't think it's going to be a big deal. He is just, he's a pawn. He's just a pawn. Paula is the weakest player. They want to get her out. The point of this game is to get out the floaters and the weak players. Erika?
I don't think he's got any chance of going home.
No.
Thank you.
At first, the votes were lined out like where he would stay in by 2 votes, but then they were looking more at well, since he's not going to leave, they're probably just going to go ahead and all go unanimous again.
Right.
So there might be 1 or 2 dissenters, but
it just seems to me that as I said the last episode we were discussing, and the pawn seems like it's going to go home. The pawn was Paula in the last case. She was promised that she was going to be safe. She threw the competition, she did everything they wanted to, and it seemed like there was no way Paula was going home. And now all of a sudden, shit hits the fan. Paula seems like she's going to be the first one out the door. Well, not first one, but she's going to be the one out the door this week.
I think it is, because Zach is a pawn. He is not the big target. Paula is. They're trying to get, like I said, they're getting out the weak players.
Well, see, that's the difference, though, is Zach isn't the pawn. Paula is still technically the pawn. Zach is on the block because Devin had some bad words with him, and Devin doesn't trust him anymore. So he threw him on the block, figuring people may vote Zach out.
Devin is playing the game emotionally right now. You can't play emotional. Right. Rachel did that during her first season of Big Brother. Look where it got her. But she had another chance, and she won Big Brother 13. She had a second chance the next season. So, something, if you play this game emotionally, you're going to suffer the consequences. But if you play the game strategically and not personally and emotionally, you will survive toward the end, or at least make it to the mid part of the season.
Yep.
Anyway, something, like I've said before, I will eat my tennis shoes if Zach is evicted tomorrow night, because that will be a big shocker if he is the pawn, or if he's not the pawn, like you just said.
One of these days, those words are going to come back to bite you, and you're going to be eating your tennis shoes live on the show.
And they'll be clean, honey. They'll be clean.
And then you'll have to get your stomach pumped afterwards.
Gastric lavage.
Yeah, there you go. So some of the other people that are kind of laying really low in the house right now, Victoria, I almost forgot she was still in the house.
I almost forgot Jocasta was still in the house.
Yeah, Victoria Jocasta. What is it? Nicole and Hayden still have a little alliance going with Christine.
Right.
But they're still kind of laying low, too. But I know more... I'm more aware that Hayden and Nicole are in the house than I am Christine. Christine is laying very low as well.
She is. She is. I mean, she had more diary room sessions tonight than what I've seen in a long time, less than Nicole. Nicole had like 1 or 2 diary room sessions.
And, like, Cody and Derek, too. They're kind of low-key as well. Like, Cody, I forget he's in the house sometimes. And then Derek just, like, randomly pops in here and there, like... He's like a stealth police officer. Like, you totally don't even know he's in the house half the time.
Exactly.
I guarantee you, if he was not elected part of Team America this episode, we probably wouldn't have seen him at all.
Probably not. You know what? I agree. You know what? I think he has a very particular set of skills about him as a cop, and I think that's going to get him further in this game, especially with his tasks as a Team America player.
Right. Yeah. Noise stuff. Anything else big happen this episode that I may have missed?
No, the biggest thing to happen, they cut the episode right before it happened.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So,
we have been for the
brawl.
record. I like to go on record and say we have been interrupted tonight by a severe weather watch update from the news, so we only got like half of the veto meeting until it finally popped back to where Brittany was making her final plea for Devin to use the power of veto to save her.
Oh, so y'all didn't get to see Paola's?
No, I didn't.
That's
Did.
yeah. She was like, "This is probably my only chance to do this." So she just got up and started striking poses.
Yeah, she
It
looked
was,
like
like,
she was
awkward
on
as
a
hell.
catwalk.
Like she's the pawn, so she basically doesn't give a darn, right?
She did not give
Yeah.
a speech. She just struck a pose like she was walking down the catwalk.
She did like 7 poses.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because she doesn't have anything to worry about. She's a pawn.
Yeah.
Right.
No, like I said, it was broadcast on Channel 2 and 3. We did get the thunderstorm warning on Channel 3. But then I instantly hit Channel Up, so I missed maybe 20 seconds of the show due to the broadcast. But I know other people outside of the East Coast where we are did not get that warning, so other people were fine. But what do you think is going to be said in this big discussion, heated argument?
I don't know what they're gonna be saying, but apparently, like 5 different people start chewing at each other and like throwing each other under the bus, and like all the dirty laundry comes out.
Right.
And
Okay. So
pretty much the alliance is done now, and
so what we can gather from this is what I think is going to happen is Brittany's going to say that Paula threw the competition. That's my guess. Right? 'Cause
Probably.
she knows this now that she's taken off the block. Like, she's going to get this out. Right? Devin is going to regret saying it, but he's going to stand by his decision. So, Brittany and Paula are going to be at each other's throats. Right? Devin's going to get involved yelling. Zach is going to get involved in this for being put up. So I'm not sure who the 5th person could be.
Well, I'm looking forward to seeing it tomorrow night. I can't wait to see what there's going to be, and I can't wait for tomorrow night's topic on our podcast to see what we can get out of what we're going to be watching.
Yeah, for sure. It's going to be an interesting one, that's for sure.
It sure is.
You guys have anything else you want to add before we wrap this up?
I do.
Go for it.
Who will be evicted from the Big Brother house? Paula or Zach? And how will the house twist post mid-veto meeting? Find out tomorrow night, 8 Central Live on Big Brother.
Erika, any final thoughts, statements?
no, not really. I mean, really just kind of holding off till tomorrow night. See what happens.
I definitely think this was the most exciting episode in terms of drama that we've seen all season. So let's hope for more episodes like this. I guess last question I have for you guys before I wrap it up is what kind of competition do you think we're going to see for the head of household?
Questions. The question in the inboxes where Julie Chen says, answers please, and they're either going to choose A or B.
Yeah, we haven't seen any trivia questions yet.
Yeah, so I'm guessing it's going to be a trivia. Erika?
Yeah, it'll probably be one of those, or be like those steps, where they go up or down the steps.
I like
One or the
the
other.
like golf competitions that they do too.
So do I. Those are fun.
So
Normally, those pure random competitions happen like in mid-season.
yeah, well, I think a lot of the trivia ones happen mid-season too. They wait for things to have happened before. Like
Yeah,
this person was eliminated before this person. This one person won the veto before this person. They can't really do those in the first like week or two. So, but they could do this one said this one said that kind of true or false. They could do something like that. But we'll see. We'll see. Luke, where can the people find you?
You can find me, I believe my Twitter, I'm going to give my Twitter tonight. I think that will be good for a change.
Ooh.
At, I know, about time, right? Now I finally remembered. I couldn't remember for a while. At Zupa23. Please don't laugh at that.
Zupa the Bish.
At Zupa23.
At Zupa23. Z-U-P-P-A or Z-U-P-A?
ZUPA23.
ZUPA23. Excellent. You gonna start using it more?
Yes, I am.
Excellent.
Now that I use it by my phone because it's easier that way.
There you go. There you go. I'll make sure I get a lower third for you for next show. But Erika, where can the people find you?
at Erika Rain 7 on Twitter.
Nice. You can find me at Phenomenom up there. It's above me this time. PHENOMEDOM. You can find us all on Facebook, Gmail, G+, Twitter, and right here on YouTube at /ASO TV Podcast for some more podcasts for some of your favorite TV shows. Currently, the only active show that we have running other than Big Brother is Pretty Little Liars, but there will be plenty more for us this fall, as well as possibly some movie reviews coming up a little later. Possibly Transformers. I think we may do that. We still got to do Maleficent, and definitely doing Guardians of the Galaxy when that hits. That's for sure.
Yeah.
So until tomorrow night, we'll see you guys later.
From outside the Big Brother house, I am Luke. Good night.
Whoa.